I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were starting. They had the parties went on so late last night. I'm sorry, I'm ready. Go ahead, you can ask me questions. There's so much fun at this festival. Everyone stays up all night, and I didn't understand the camera crew was going to come into my bed and breakfast and start shooting, but go ahead. It was based on a lot of research that I did. I looked at the story of her life and original documents and understood how her story had been retold. And I was interested in looking at how does a writer make their work and how is the legacy of an artist changed, often in a way that excludes their queerness. So those things were very interesting to me when I was working on the movie, because I think now we're in a different time, and I think we can understand who Emily Dickinson was and still enjoy her poems, but it used to be something where so many artists who were queer in history, that history was revised. So I was very interested in exploring all those issues. I take that idea of living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. That idea animates, for me, what I'm trying to capture with the characters, because often I'm telling stories that have people in ridiculous circumstances. So if you're making a comedy and the people are ridiculous, then it's too much. You have to believe the world. And one of the things that was so interesting to me when I did research about Wild Nights with Emily was how outrageous the story was. The story was so outrageous. There were things I couldn't even include because people would never be able to believe that really happened. So that common idea, I would say, of thinking about the emotions of people reacting honestly to these moments. So that's, throughout the movies I've made, that's something that I work with as an idea. For me, I like to see a movie or a story that's not the same as a Hollywood big budget commercial film, but just with queer characters plugged in. I like to see something that I wouldn't see anywhere else. Yeah, so it's really disappointing to me when people make very Hollywood type movies that are very conventional, because I feel in order to come out, you have to go through so much that why do all that just to make a formula film? I would say try to think less about a formula and more about writing, pushing your writing and understanding how much your own take on things. Sometimes, I feel like often with beginning writers, they write very little and are quick to show it to other people, and they lose the chance to develop their own process. So I would say before you bring your writing to a critique group, make sure that you have put in the hours to understand what your own voice is before you turn it up to everyone else.